The animated series, Avatar The Last Airbender, was a part of many people's childhood, having taken many to a whole new world of diverse cultures and supernatural powers mixed with martial arts. Even to this day, the show remains immensely popular, and for good reason. It was a really good show. That being said, the last time someone tried to make a live-action version, wasn't very good. However, fans of the series now have a new hope in the form of an upcoming Netflix adaptation. Here's everything we know about Avatar The Last Airbender coming to Netflix. From back in 2018, the streaming giants have been pumping resources into their take on the beloved Nickelodeon cartoon, and finally, signs point to a release in the foreseeable future. With filming all wrapped up, Avatar has entered post-production. For the casual fan, all that's left now is to wait for the first episode to start airing on Netflix. In case you're curious though, here's all we know about the show and its cast so far, and what you can expect when it finally drops. Speaking of filming, did you know that the custom LED stage used in conjunction with real locations to film some scenes was officially awarded a Guinness World Record for being the largest of its kind? Plot and episode count. If you're at all familiar with the original, then you'll simply be retreading familiar ground for the most part. The adaptation is supposed to hit the same story beats as the original, just with the pacing maybe being a little different and certain plot points being developed more than others. For those less familiar, the world of Avatar is based on 4 elements, with each element having a corresponding civilization connected to it. The Earth Kingdom, the Fire Nation, the Air Nomads, and the Water Tribes. These 4 nations lived in peace and harmony, until the Fire Nation attacked. Within each nation exist people called Benders, who, through a combination of ritualistic martial arts moves and mystical powers, can harness the power of their nation's element and employ them for a wide range of uses. However, the only person capable of using all 4 elements is someone known as the Avatar. The current Avatar is a young boy named Aang, hailing from the nation of Air. After sleeping for 100 years in the meditative, powerful Avatar state, Aang finds himself awoken by 2 people from the Water Tribe named Katara and Sokka. The 3 then go on a long journey to help Aang master the other elements and eventually bring peace to the warring nations, along the way expanding their circle of friends as they bring in people from other nations. It has been confirmed that the first season of the live-action Avatar The Last Airbender will consist of 8 episodes that are individually an hour long, with 4 different directors each trying their hand at a pair of episodes. While this may appear a little short to some, this is the exact same total length as the animated series Book 1, which consisted of 20 24-minute episodes. With the extended length of each episode, it's likely that the showrunners have chosen to showcase Aang and friends' journey in a more refined way, with less focus on one-off adventures and the like, and instead prioritizing telling the story smoothly while also providing ample time to concentrate on the most important plot points and storylines. By the way, did I mention that each episode's budget is at least $15 million? Pretty crazy. Cast and crew. Diversity and accurate representation was a priority when it came to casting the live-action characters, with many actors of Asian and Native American descent being chosen to fill the roles. Back in August of 2021, the first wave of castings were announced for the stars of the show. Those were, namely, Gordon Cormier as the Avatar Aang, Guillaume Tarbell and Ian Ousley as Katara and Sokka of the Water Tribes, respectively, and Dallas Liu as Prince Zuko of the Fire Nation. A few months later, in December of the same year, 4 more actors were cast in important roles, those being Elizabeth Yu as Zuko's sister Azula, Maria Zhang as Suki, leader of an all-female force known as the Kyoshi Warriors, Yvonne Chapman as the Avatar Kyoshi, and lastly Casey Camp Hornick as Gran Gran, matriarch of the Southern Water Tribe and grandmother of Katara and Sokka. The roles of Uncle Iroh, Gyatso, and Commander Zhao have also been filled respectively by Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, Lim Kei-soo, and Ken Luong. There have been a number of additional castings for side characters in the time between those 2 major castings and in the time that has passed since. These castings include Francois Chow as the Great Sage of the Fire Temple, Ryan Ma as Fire Navy Officer Lieutenant Dang, an all-new character exclusive to the adaptation, Talia Tran as May, Irene Bedard as Yagoda, Miguan Fairbrother as Avatar Kuruk, Joel Willett as Han of the Northern Water Tribe, Nathaniel Arcond as Chief Arnook, Mamona Tamada as Tai Li, Arden Cho as June, Joel Montgrand as Hakoda, Rainbow Dickerson as Kaya, the mother of Sokka and Katara, James C. as a cabbage merchant, Utkarsh Ambudkar as King Bummy of Omashu, Danny Pudi as Mechanist, and Amber Midthunder as Princess Yu of the Northern Water Tribe. The animated series' original creators, Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, were supposed to be at the helm for this adaptation, acting as executive producers and showrunners with control over the creative process. But, to everyone's disappointment, the two left the project in the middle of 2020 due to supposed creative differences. DiMartino penned an open letter explaining their reason for departing, and Konietzko posted an Instagram statement that, among other things, said the following: "Though I got to work with some great individuals, both on Netflix's side and on our own small development team, the general handling of the project created what I felt was a negative and unsupportive environment." In the time since then, the pair have said that they'll be leading a different project, still animated and set in the world of Avatar, under the flag of Paramount Plus, and with a new studio called, well, Avatar Studios. Jeremy Zuckerman, who composed the score for the original series, was also rumored to come back and produce the adaptation soundtrack. But in an interview, he revealed that the assumptions were just that, assumptions. He hadn't actually been signed on for anything, and it's still unsure who will actually compose the music if not him. With all those struggles, who has taken these people's place instead? Well, keep watching and listening to find out. Dan Lin has taken over the role of executive producer along with his production company, Rideback. Rideback has in the past been behind plenty of blockbuster films, especially in connection to Warner Brothers. The likes of Sherlock Holmes, the Lego movies, and It were all made possible through Rideback. Not too long ago, Rideback also helped produce Parallel for Netflix. Albert Kim, best known for his work on Leverage and Nikita from TNT, has succeeded DiMartino and Konietzko as showrunners, while Ryan Halprin and Lindsay Libertor are the new producers in conjunction with Rideback. Previously, Mark David Alpert, who had worked on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Nikita, and Lethal Weapon among other shows, had also lent his experienced touch for a short while. Meanwhile, Jang Ko Lee, with experience working on Big Hero 6, Tangled, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and Beowulf, was tasked with being the show's concept designer. Only in July of this year was it reported that Michael Wiley, known among other things for his role in the creation of Pushing Daisies on Disney+, was going to also help with the project as production designer. All in all, not a bad roundup of talent behind the scenes. Release date. Now, calm down there. There's no set release date yet, as while things may be almost done, there is still a lot of work left to do. It was a long journey of 4 years from inception to production, but the journey is not over yet as Avatar is currently in post-production, where special effects are smoothed out and any blemishes are corrected to deliver the best product possible. Hopefully, anyway. Jokes aside, this phase should not be rushed, although fans might hardly be able to wait any longer. Production and filming only ended last June 17th, 7 months and a day after it first began, and it's unlikely to release until 2023 at the very least. Post-production on such a massive series usually takes a while, and justifiably so. All we have for now is the assurance that everything is almost ready. And all we can do is have faith in Netflix to not screw things up in post-production somehow. For now, this is all we know about Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender. As we get closer to its release date, we might obtain even more solid information. But this is what we're working with for now. Thanks for watching and goodbye.